What's going on, everybody? Some beautiful peppers. They look completely different, but they're the same pepper. So these are, and it's a handful. So a pepper that was originally crossed and created by Enrico Lau, and it's an unknown cross. There's only one parent of the cross that's known. That's the 7-pot bubblegum. These peppers get anywhere from 1 million to 1.3 million, and they are the MAMP blackberry gum. So I had to look it up, what MAMP stands for, and it stands for Mojo, or Mojo, however you want to say, MOJO, addicted mutation pepper. I told you guys it was a fucking handful. No wonder it's abbreviated. So MAMP blackberry gum is what these peppers are known as, created by a gentleman, a guy named Enrico Lau, and it's only one part of the cross is known as the 7-pot bubblegum. I got these peppers again from Mr. Gary Smith at Lone Star Mastiffs Farms, and interested in this pepper. This is a new one for me. I've never had this particular variety of pepper before, but they start out black and then ripen into, more of what these look like, a little peach. Some of them tend to be a little more cream colored, like that. So he sent me a few of these, and one of them was still pretty black, but I decided to go with the ones I think will be hotter, to try them out. So no time like the present, I suppose. I get all mixed up. Again, this is the MAMP blackberry gum, categorized as a super hot. Decent flavor right there. Fruity. For birds. A little sweet, fruity though. For the birds. I mean, there's a heat there for sure. I mean, they're hot. They're in that super hot range. I don't know how hot these are. That the pepper I ate last night was much hotter than these. But that doesn't mean that these aren't warm. These aren't hot. It's building a little bit though, but it is just a burn that's centralized right on the tongue, right on the tip of the tongue. And it's burning in the same fashion as like scorpion pods tend to burn. It's a stinging sensation on the tip of the tongue. And this particular one, it feels like it's just penetrating all the way through the tongue. Like, you know, I can feel it hitting the top of the tongue and then going through my tongue, like that whole sensation all the way. That's interesting for me. That's a little new. But again, like I said, beautiful flavor on these. I had read that they might be a little floral, but I'm not picking up much floralness at all. Really just fruity and sweet kind of to me. Phenomenal tasting pepper. Good little burn on it, but you know, again, I was expecting more of that pod we did last night. What was that? The video right before this one was a chocolate Reaper brain strain or whatever. Now that fucking thing was hot. But tally that one up. That's a new variety of pod for me to try, and I'm super stoked on that. Plus it's a decent little burn here for a Saturday afternoon. But I was expecting a little more. I'm gonna guess that the other cross to this pepper that's unknown is more on the mild side, or a low end, you know, super hot range, because 7-pot bubblegums are hot. So for this particular pepper, in my opinion, to not be as hot as I was kind of anticipating, leads me to believe that the other half of the cross has to be some sort of less hot than obviously the 7-pot bubblegum or you know, super hots. Probably something that's in the range of the 400 to 500,000, you know what I mean, would be my guess. But fuck, what do I know? I've never grown a pepper in my life. I want to though. I don't have a place, you know, and I want to do it in ground, you know. Pots are cool and buckets are cool and all, but I really want to I mean, it is hitting the throat now a little bit. The tongue isn't burning as much anymore. It's kind of all in the sides of the mouth, and then now right back in this part of, you know, way down here, a little scratchy when I swallow and stuff. But cool pepper. Again, if you guys are, anybody's looking for peppers, Lone Star Mastiffs, really good. All the peppers I've had from them, that's 3 different varieties I've had of theirs now, and all of them have been just phenomenal. That's it. I don't got much today. This pepper's kind of honestly done burning. I mean, you know, again, my tolerance is up pretty high for me, and so, but it's weird because last night I thought my tolerance was going to be, and it was. I mean, that pepper, you know, it started, that pepper last night kind of cramped me a little bit right after the video for a little bit, but it was no problem. I went to have dinner and drinks with some friends and just no problem. But you know, but it still burnt me, and I kind of thought my tolerance had dipped a little bit. But eating these, I don't know, it's so hard to say. But I just, like, again, I don't think these are even, they're close, but they're not the same heat as that chocolate Reaper brain from yesterday. So plus that pepper yesterday was a monster. It was fucking pretty big. It doesn't always mean everything. Sometimes these smaller peppers really pack a punch, and can. But yeah, that would be a good pepper for like salads, or like a cold cut sandwich, maybe even like a hot dog or like a brat. And again, someone had commented on my brain strain video the other day, said, oh, I bet that would be good pickled. These would be good pickled, I bet, too. Even though they're a thin-walled pepper, so I don't know how well that would work, to be honest. But all right, I'm done gabbing. That was the MAMP blackberry gum. I'll see you tomorrow.